Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. We're playing Animal Crossing. See what kind of adventure it takes us on today. So let's get started. Let's ask an important question in the poll today. And of course, while that loads, we're just going to make sure the sound is A-okay. While that loads, we're just going to make... Looks like it's alright. Alright, how you doing, eh? Happy Tuesday? Is it Tuesday today? Yes, it is. Is it weird if I said the wrong day? Ellis, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Good evening, everyone. Oh, we're started a little bit later than normal. Oh well. What can you do, man? Labels in town? Volunteers? Hello, Victoria. Hello, Matthew. Thank you for being here. Haley, thank you for liking. Matthew, thank you for liking. If I missed anybody, it doesn't always tell me every reaction, but it looks like I got most of them. I'm good, thank you. And I hope you are doing well. Alright. Let's get going, eh? Lance, thank you for liking. We got a boot. What's in the mail? Looks like a raid. Is it a raid? Oh, Retro Entertainment TV. Thank you for inviting your viewers. Much appreciated. And thank you for liking. There, Lance and Victoria and Matthew. Super awesome. Jeremy, thank you so much. There's a raid. I don't really have music for it, but I could play this song right here.
These are the things,
Oh.
the things we know to prevent you from speaking moistly. Speaking moistly.
Aaron with ReTV raid. Maverick's in the house. Sharon and Lycan, I think. Or no, Lycan anyway. But thank you all for being here. Oh, sharing too. There you go. Look, we got a message from Marcel. Oh, there you go. That's what Marcel had to say. Let's throw away his message. We got our painting in place in pocket. Aaron, thank you for following. Welcome to the Starbase. Legion. Legion. Notify love. You've already turned on your notification. There, Maverick. There we go. We got the Aaron notification with the Canadian flag up top now. Takes a minute. I notice it faster than the thing sometimes, you know. There we go. Hope you guys like the Animal Crossings. Oh, I got this too. We got to take that. Try it on, eh? Open. Open. There we go. Look how cool we look now. ReTV raid. Dragom. Oh, we got stars for star. Watch this effect, Aaron. Oh, there's a premium use of a stream deck, eh? There we go. Better let your name stay up there, not cover it with stars, eh? You miss Halo. Well, good. Halo is a fine game. Tom, thank you for sharing the stream. Much appreciated. we grew a new flower, eh? You know you can get live stream banned if you have music in the background. Well, that song is okay. I've played that one. It's a short clip of the Premier of Canada singing. You know, so they just took something from the news and then they made it into a song. So I think we're okay with that one. It's played before and I've been okay. But yeah, no, I know that. Although I am a partner, so we got a little bit of leeway, I think. Timothy, how's it going? How's it going, eh? But yeah, it kind of sucks sometimes if you're not careful with your music. It definitely cuts you off a bit. Senators just beat the Wild. If you're a hockey fan, I do like hockey. I'm a Kings fan, actually, as you might guess from my sidewalk here. But I like hockey. Celestine, thank you for liking. Timothy, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. What kind of flower did we get there? Oh, it's just a white rose. So I don't know if you guys have played a lot of this game, but classic. You see the sidewalk. I got a little King's jersey too, you know, that I can wear. Do you know you can even get like, you know, anything you want pretty much. A Fight Club shirt or whatever. It's in there. Let's see if this is red. Trying to get to that blue Predators fan, eh? Nice. There's a red hybrid, so I'm going to throw that one in this other garden. We're working our way towards blue. Lance, thank you for following. Welcome to the Starbase. We'll just plant that right there. Good out of the darn things, eh? My day was good, thank you. I like ice hockey too. I miss your ice hockey every Friday. Yeah, it's too bad they split the generations on that, because otherwise everybody could play together. You know, basically NHL 22, you could only play with people on the same console generation. Did you know I can go to Treasure Island and get what you want? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna zigga zigga. Get them out of here. Tiffany, thank you for liking, much appreciated. You know, the thing about getting what I want is I don't really know what I want. You know, I kind of see things and then half the time I sell it. Because it's not what I want. Like, I mean, I'm kind of working towards blue roses. But it wouldn't be the same. I wanted to grow the blue rose. It wouldn't be the same just being given the blue rose, you know? Here's a pile of money. Yeah, I'd run around my island here. I want diamond. Then you can go on a... Oh, what's going on with Audie? She's got a cloud. Super fan? Well, whatever. He wants to call me super fan, then I'm fine with that. It's better than being called Karen. Maverick wants diamonds. There we go. Let's talk to this lady here. Style exercise. You guys ready for a style exercise? Gonna go a special fashion theme. Maybe it's army helmet, and then I won't even have to change. Good thing we got like a good scene here, and then Audie decides to do her workout right in front of the camera. Do I have the Paradise Planning DLC? Yep, I do. Oh, I missed what theme it was. Was it outdoorsy? Outdoorsy outfit. Well, an army helmet's pretty outdoorsy, isn't it? You went to different treasured islands and got everything. Does that take away from your game though? Like, I mean, half of this game is the grind, right? If you just go and get everything given to you, that's almost like playing an MMO and being power leveled. So, in that aspect, how's this stupid thing outdoorsy, man? Okay, well, whatever. We'll go see what we can find for outdoorsy. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I used to actually professionally power level. People would pay $1,000 for you to 1 to 50 their character. My friend had a business. And hey, they got star shades here too. Look just like mine. Or this one for a bit though. Go in the closet here and see what we get. Like I bet you can get like 500 hours out of this game if you don't, if you try to work out everything, even more probably. I don't know if there's anything that's really screams outdoorsy here to me. Hey, cyber suit, that's kind of cool. Like Tron, eh? You have over 500 hours? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. How much did you go? How far did you go? Like, how long did you go before you kind of, they benefited from something like a treasure island, though? Or like where you're given a lot of stuff. How much did you actually do without help? I'm not, it's fine to get help. I'm just kind of curious as to, did you go a long time without help, or did you kind of get help early on and just keep playing kind of thing? Man, I don't know. I don't really like any of these outfits in this store today. This is a pretty outdoorsy outfit my guy has, though. Look at him. Because to me, it's like power level. That's why I was kind of hesitant to get fruit. And I bet you I saved, 100 hours because someone gave me fruit. Which can be viewed as a good thing or a bad thing, but depending on whether, because there's probably ways to get it. Like I did have an apple. What? She doesn't like my pants? I go finicky. Because my guy has no pants on. You'd think it'd be some or kind of an outdoorsy outfit to have no pants. Wearing tights. Yeah, my guy has some like tights on. There we go. There's some pants. This isn't much stylistically different. William, thank you for liking. I have mermaid shoes on that you're not a cookie monster? Okay. These are good. My first island, everything without any treasure islands, but my family helped. We traded recipes. We already learned. We helped each other with fruit or missing items we needed for projects. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Cookie has... You can get cookies without eggs, though. There's all sorts of cookies that you can get. You know, like gluten-free or eggless or whatever. You voted oatmeal cookies. I'm surprised. I didn't think oatmeal would be your forte. Yeah, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. You restarted your island. 4.0 came out and brought a lot with me, and then hit a treasure island a couple times. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like a good order to do things. I don't know what the point of. She just kind of likes whatever outfit you get, eh? You know, like this is like you're trying to eat healthy cookies. Kind of likes whatever you wear. It doesn't matter what. What's this new hat look like? Like a ball cap, eh? Never wore that. I don't think oatmeal cookies are honestly any more healthy than the other ones. I would say peanut butter would probably be more healthy. But, you know, I guess it depends on the cookie you're eating. We got a painting. We can turn in a solemn painting. He's going to be very delighted. You know, there's even sugarless Oreos now, eh? He didn't ask me to vote when I got on here like normal. Probably just have to refresh or something like that, I imagine. Yeah, it's not paused or anything, I don't think. What about chocolate? My hubby loves them. Chocolate chips. Chocolate cookies are good. Alright, let's surprise this guy with a fancy painting. A solemn one. About time Red had something I didn't have, eh? You know what you gotta do? You write down solemn painting. And I kind of remember if I run into it again. It worked that time after, did you have to refresh? That's weird. I shall treat this with utmost care. You know, it takes a long time to collect all these paintings because half the time they're fakes or ones you have, you know? You need to go to Harv's, but it's cold. It's really cold here in my city right now. It's like minus 10 Celsius. Not really super cold compared to some places, but... oh, you tried that, eh? Look, we got props ready. I guess it's every 2 days, eh? You guys can see the new tree I added here in the Festivus stand. Or whatever it's called. Festival. I guess Festivus is from Seinfeld. Saints Row 4 is getting better the more you play. Well, that's good. I'm glad it sounds like you're enjoying it. Want to clean up the beach, eh? I run so far away. Wore my jacket today and in bed relaxing. Oh, there you go. Aliens, man. Totally makes sense. I'm running around with a water jug in my hand. I watered some stuff. Look at there's a big fish over there. Oh crap, pulled early. We're getting ice and maybe snow tomorrow. I'm glad I don't have to work. That's always nice. I was pretty disappointed. You know, I picked the coldest day. This is when I had to go back to work. I didn't see any. Oh, here's one. Oops, I'll just pull it out and put it back in. Rain for you. Well, that's alright. There's another one. Fossil City. Holy crap. Oh, missed. All the fossils over here today. Was your long weekend good? Did you guys had a long weekend there? Well, apart from, you know, like the wars and stuff that are starting, but I mean in general, you're not over there, that we don't have to worry about it as much. Hey, Parasaur skull, eh? I think I had one of those and I sold it. Or I found one and I used it. One of the two. Well, you should go talk to your president there. And tell him you want more stat holidays. Make a holiday named after himself. He probably liked that. You know, before he gets voted out. Look at all the flowers, man. Right. There's super abilities where you can jump really high, sprint really fast, and ram into vehicles. Oh yeah, I remember that. More holidays, more fun. Our Prime Minister in Canada here added an extra long weekend this year. That was the first one. Wasn't like a fun holiday. It was intended to... It's kind of like a Remembrance Day kind of deal. Called Truth and Reconciliation Day. Sunny and warm down here in Florida right now. In a cold winter here this year though. A lot of freezing mornings, really. Feels like you're playing Crackdown 3. Crackdown 3 is kind of a fun game though. Yeah, because you got to collect all those things. That I remember that now. For why do I have a lot of holidays? I don't know. I just decided to do that. It makes people happy. People love stat holidays. Although the one we just had was a provincial holiday. It wasn't a federal holiday. So make sure there's no other fossils out and about. Makes people lazy. That's not true. There's studies saying that it actually, you know, they have some suggestions that 4-day work weeks are actually more productive. You know, and stuff like that. People in Ontario isn't having a fun time. Well, I mean, right now it's like settled down over there, I think. For the most part. No, not 412. Don't burn yourself out, yeah. Oh, that one was a moving one. Where's the bottle? Oh, there it is. Got a message in a bottle, yeah. Let's see what we got. Carrot scones. Might be a fun one. Try that today, eh? I'm assuming he's referring to the all that protest stuff that was going on in Ontario. That'd be my guess. But yeah, the lower... No, 4 working days would be like normal shifts though. Although the protest is all... They look like they wrapped it up though. I was looking at the news there and it was all like empty streets pretty much now. You know, they're just kind of... few stragglers here and there. Oh, we got another bubble machine. Have twice the fun. With spearmint gum. And there's a piano now too. Should check the price of the piano. Yeah, I saw that that one leader guy. They had their bail hearing today, and they'll reconvene on Friday. And then we'll see if he gets bail or not. Prime Minister got the army involved? No, he didn't. Just the police. Army didn't come down. The police, and then they did the slowest advance ever that I've ever seen in a protest. Does Maverick have his sound on? Does he hear me? They did the slowest protest or advance ever. Basically. Is the oh, they don't have those, or they do have those ones. And they even told those guys that, you know, because some of those cops are used to dealing with riots all the time and stuff, and they told them, you know, they gotta go really, really, really easy on them. Yeah, the protest is over. It just they're just doing cleanup now. So they got emergency powers still, but they're keeping an eye out just to make sure that, you know, they don't reorganize and start blocking stuff again. I've been keeping a pretty good eye on it. Would I join? Or you're asking Timothy? I want to sell. I need that. I think they were me. Well, no, I wouldn't join. I think it was the most pointless thing ever. The I don't have a problem with the things. Our health advisors in British Columbia here were very clear of the schedule and all that stuff, and you know, timelines and all that, and their actions and stuff like that, and why they're doing things. No trash can. What do you mean no trash can? There, we'll get rid of this one weed too. There's context to that though, Timothy. They actually, because I was following it pretty close, and they said exactly what they're doing, right? And you know, like if you kind of looked at the Ottawa Police's tweets, you know, they were equaling the resistance essentially. So what they did initially is, hey Walter, thank you for liking. What they did initially is they were they were wearing, they just had the normal front line, and basically they advanced forward, a few steps at a time, essentially. And if somebody, and then they kind of pushed them back a little bit, but what they did is they equaled it. So a person, if they say they laid down or something like that, and they interfered with the line going forward, that's when they'd arrest them. If they had somebody punch the cop or, some form of violence, then they would arrest them, right? They'd pull them in past the front line, and then they push them down and, cuff them and take them away. So they kind of equaled, like, as a really, really, in terms of protests, it was really, really tame. They weren't, there's a lot of, if you watch a lot of protests, they do a lot more. And anyway, what they did is they kind of did that. And then the farther they got to the base camp, the more resistance they got. So, they were getting a lot more of the ones punching. There's guys throwing smoke bombs at the police. They were doing a little more, they're more aggressive towards the police. So then they put right on the Ottawa page, and they were announcing what they were doing, with the megaphones and everything, right? You could hear it if you watch the protests. And eventually what happened was they got to that hardcore group that were actually fighting back more. And that's when they switched to batons and riot gear. So it was kind of towards that point. But overall, if you compare it to other protests, they were pretty tame. They didn't do a lot of harsh actions. There's like 3 things that are going to be reviewed by independent review. And considering there was 200 arrests and, how many protesters, it went pretty smoothly. There's like maybe 2 injuries kind of thing. I did post it in my Discord. I put a live feed to it. Why was there so much? There's just because there's thousands and thousands of people there protesting. And what they were doing is they were blocking access to stuff like hospital lanes, and they're blocking bridges to this trade routes to the States and stuff like that. So because of all that, they eventually called in extra police and, cleared it out. They made their point. They didn't move on. There's also like really, really questionable leadership in that protest group. The normal Joe was probably there because, they didn't like, they didn't like the mandates. But the leadership, there was like some of them. That guy on trial today has been arrested in the past for inciting violence at an anti-racism rally as a counter-protester. The guy has all sorts of, things. They're gonna try to pin on him because you got videos saying that they got to use violence and stuff like that. And he was kind of doing a lot of questionable things and stuff like that. So they're probably going to pin that guy down. He's going to be in jail for a while. Of course, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. But yeah, there's some, there's some there were probably normal protesters. And the difference between this protest when they're clearing it out and a lot of other ones is, a lot of times police will box the group in and then arrest everybody. What they did in this one is they did a predictable line and just advanced, and then they left a lane open, and if somebody wanted to leave, they could take their truck and they'd let them go without charging them. Or they could walk away and they could pick up their vehicle you know, get impounded, but they could pick up their vehicle as long as they left. So anyway, that was the thing that was different, because they weren't trying to escalate. Have a good day, Celestine. So if you think about three reviews for that crowd, that's pretty good. You know, because you look at the Paris riot, or not riot, protest that they had. They started with tear gas. You know, they didn't fool around whatsoever. And 53,000, yeah, I can buy that. But these guys, they did their slow advance. They basically give them many opportunities to leave, and you know, they actually, I think they did a decent job. You know, because there could be a lot of injuries from a crowd that big on both sides when you have something going on like that. But yeah, the video Timothy probably saw was, you know, one of those hardcore guys that, you know, really kind of put up a fight, you know. Yeah, you don't follow it, just bits from other people. Like, I even followed the guys, one of those guys is, trials, or not trials, but, you know, their bail trials even, and it's pretty crazy, you know, like I mean, you know, some of those guys were like some of the leaders. That's why Trudeau was kind of saying, you know, we're not negotiating with you, because they had a document, like they had a published document saying what they wanted going in, and one of them was to, you know, basically put in a committee instead of like the elected people, put in a committee assigned by them to oversee the health rules. And, you know, and they want to and there's some people that wanted the government to fall. And as soon as you start making demands like that, it's not a protest anymore. So, but yeah, if you compare that, the Bataan one was earlier. Yeah, it depends on it seemed to depend on the resistance of the people, like of the protester. You know, they kind of equaled force with force, it seemed. But that might be one of those three incidences that was being reviewed. You know, and they found, like, you should look online. There's a picture of a table full of guns and body armor and stuff that they confiscated from the one border stop in Alberta. So, I mean, you know, not everybody was being peaceful. But, you know, the thing is, it depends on the view you're seeing. But I was watching it mostly CBC. And CBC does, you know, show a pretty fair view. You know, they're just, you know, they were just following everything. And they'd interview protesters. They'd interview, you know, counselors. They'd grill the counselors. They, you know, and stuff like that. So, some people don't like CBC because they think they're biased, but I think CBC is actually pretty fair. You know, whereas, you know, say somebody's independent video is just from that perspective and that's it. So, there we go. Now it's a party, eh? But overall, like, you know, like I said, it's comparing to other protests. Some of those protests are pretty wild. Like the Wet'suwet'ens. Not sure I'm saying their name right. You know, when those guys were blocking the railways here in BC, you know, they moved in, and they moved in hard. Like they really violently arrested them. And they even showed a paper afterwards. They had kill orders if they wanted, if they deemed it necessary. They were willing to shoot. So, you know, they weren't fooling around whatsoever. And you know, somebody asked to leave when they saw them coming in. They said, "No, you're not leaving." So it's a very contrast to a lot of other how protests are normally dealt with. So I think they got lucky in many ways because, you know, they really were quite tame compared to what they could have been. See if we can put this piano here. Feels like I have a lot of stuff here. Put this back on. Cocoa tree. A lot of it's just equipment, I guess. Yeah, I was kind of following it, watching the watching it as it was happening, you know. And watching some of them talk about like tactics and stuff like that, and not the police talking about like, but some, you know, experts talking about the tactics and what was different from normal. Quite interesting, you know. I think it's because there's largely, you know, a lot of the world was watching. So probably wanted to make sure that it was pretty smooth, you know. I would assume, but maybe it's just they're trying new things. Figured it would turn too wild if they got too aggressive. Looks like something blowing by again. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, there goes my slingshot. Shorts outfit. Oh, there we go. It looks like a wrestling outfit. It was kind of interesting though. I don't know. I'm glad that nobody got hurt or killed, like badly hurt or, you know, killed or anything like that. So, in my mind, that's quite a good, successful thing about it. There's lots. It costs them a lot of money, though. Like the city there. Actually, let's go to Mars Island right away here. But yeah, everything they indicated was force equivalent to the force equivalent to the force. I want to fly. Is it Harv's Island here? Hopefully we'll get lucky and he'll have a painting that we don't have. I think Maverick disappeared. Just ask the question and then he leaves. Goes and watches a movie. And I'll be like, what? What Maverick likes doing. Actually, I got to see a town hall, it's called, from when Trudeau was doing the town halls. Boy, he was screaming out, screaming. He was getting screamed at. I mean, you know, like there's people so mad at that town hall in BC here because of those police raids on the Wet'suwet'ens. And you know, then, and because they're pipeline protesting, right? Because the people didn't want a pipeline here. They're screaming at him about that as well. And then he went over to somewhere in Saskatchewan or something, and they're screaming at him that they wanted the pipeline. So he was like getting screamed at for both sides. But it's a pretty interesting experience, just seeing him talk about whatever he was talking about. And BTS. Yeah, look, Maverick's missing out on the BTS show here. Look at this BTS painting. This amazing painting. Do I have an amazing painting? Don't need the amazing painting. And I got this one already too. Be out of here. You saw it. I am ready. Back to my base because I don't need anything else here. Yeah, I guess a couple of the convoy leaders too, the one guy got to leave on $100,000 bail. And then the second one, she got denied bail. She wasn't allowed to get bail. She was too much of a flight risk, I guess. Or risk to reoffend. And then the third one, his trial was today. But they were trying anyway. There's some other leaders that I don't know if they charged them yet or not. But the third one, he got a trial that it doesn't look like he's gonna get bail. But they'll determine that on Friday. But it doesn't look like it's going in his favor because they probably shouldn't give him bail because his guarantor is just somebody he met a month ago, and she's like willing to put up half the value of her house. And he's been a flight risk before, so probably not great decision on that person's thing there to guarantee your house against somebody's bail in case they do run. You probably need carrots, eh? Maybe a bit more. We'll go get the flour. The movie are you stealing tonight, Maverick? Gotta be a top-notch movie for Maverick to have to pay for it. Good sight strengtheners. Uh-oh. Go to space. You're going to bed. You just got here. All the carrots are good sight strengtheners. Apparently. Potato. Gonna be a historic moment in a second. We're gonna try a new recipe out. We sell all our green pumpkins. Almost missed one. This is your favorite part, all the food too. All right. Ready for the new recipe? You're gonna say up top, good thing I caught it, eh? There, I bet you Maverick wants one of these. Look at that, eh? Carrot scone. Oh, we need whole wheat flour. Well, that's lame. I have any in my inventory. I'm just gonna make regular flour first. Some anyway. Oops. Make some room. Room in the old inventory, eh? See how fast my guy's making flour. What would you even put on? I have no idea. Probably butter. What do you eat on a carrot scone there, Maverick? You're a food expert. Let's go into our inventory. think I have some flour, but if I don't, then I can still make some because it's early enough. Regular flour, sugar, we don't have any whole wheat flour. How are ya? It's that time of day, is it? Carrots going would probably help things move through ya. Mitchell, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Okay, we got 20. So it needs 2. We have 30 carrots. Probably good enough. Let's make some. They're delicious looking. I think there's even carrots left, eh? Look at that, we got all sorts of carrot scones. Delicious. Bon appetit. I like making a lot of carrot scones, apparently. This will probably sell for pretty good, I think, because it's made out of 5 items. No room in the pockets. I bet you those will sell pretty good. New recipe, I haven't made it until today, so. Decent. But Lardo, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We got an extra confetti machine. So the island's great. Make food with extra confetti in it. Making the bucks, yeah. Lost my slingshot though. I hear a star. Do you hear it? The little bell. No star right now. There it is. There's one. The last one. Versus. Decent, I know where that comes from. Let's go over here and turn that in.
Fraidy cat, ladies, a Fraidy cat.
All right. Assess this one fossil over here. Let me see here. Ooh, it's a something. There we go. Already got one of those. I'm fine. I grabbed the coffee when I was in here. So my outfit is mermaid shoes, some tights, nurse's outfit, a jacket, and an army hat. Perfectly matches. Sounds like Klinger from MASH or something, eh? Oh, I just need the one item to sell, I guess. See how much money we have now?
If you guys are really us, what number are we thinking of? 69, dudes!
All right. Make some more of our new recipe item. I think we need 20 more flour. I don't know if these are 10 each or 5 each. But we'll look. They were 10 each, I guess. Alright, so 38, 2, 2. Perfect.
Trust me, whatever you're doing, it's working. It is working.
The only problem with my soundboard thing is it's way over there. I gotta reach for it, so it's not really a surprise. When I go to make a sound effect, I can't just blend it in perfect. I gotta like stretch over and push the button. We're gonna have a lot of carrots going.
Can I get you a beer, back bacon?
Looks like one of the cookies is running away with the votes. If you haven't voted yet. Back bacon. You know, I bet you Maverick doesn't know the difference between bacon and back bacon. It's like ham. Tastes like ham. I've had it a few times. Unlike, I think it's on White Spot's menu. I think I've had it there quite a few times. What you need today? I want to sell. Probably make the regular flour that'll use up some of the ingredients. Beer, back bacon. I guess, hey, Timothy, if you like John Oliver, I guess he was talking about Canada in the most recent John Oliver. I always watch them on YouTube, so it takes a while for him to, you know, it's a few weeks after it was live. Didn't know if it's like ham, yeah. A lot like ham. Guess it would be, right? It's always quite funny. I think John Oliver's pretty humorous. The way he does his segments. I haven't seen the segment yet, but I heard he was on there. It might be just in passing, I'm not sure. Now that we got space. Yeah, you know one thing. Comedian in cars getting coffee. I saw that's a Jerry Seinfeld, isn't it? I saw Jerry Seinfeld actually do stand up live. He came through British Columbia. Is that like a smaller tourist city? And he made some pretty good jokes. Like, I always wanted to play here, you know. You know, because you know he's probably never heard of the city, right? Because it was a smaller venue. You know, and then I was playing these big arenas and going around, and you know, I've always kind of wanted to do this arena. He's getting up there in age too. I think he's like 60 something now. Alexa, how old is Jerry Seinfeld? 67. That was like before COVID, so he's probably about 63 or 64. I think when I saw him. All right. We're done making those scones. Out of ingredients. There's one with Obama where they're just driving around the grounds of the White House. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that, you know, they're way older than you'd think, eh? Like Putin here, he's in the 70s or something like that, or just about 70. I think we're out of normal food ingredients. Gotta go get some more. What's your favorite one so far of that? Or the different ones he's interviewed? Judo, judo. Michael Richards and Julia Louis Dreyfus. Oh yeah, his old castmates, eh? That'll probably be a good one. You watch that Carpool Karaoke ever? I like that one too, related to cars. Oh, it's like James Corden. And what he does is he always pretends he's needing to, you know, have somebody go with him in his car to, you know, so he can drive in the carpool lane. And then so he pretends to phone somebody up, and then he's like, oh, thanks. And then it's basically whatever band or musician it happens to be that day. And then what they'll do is they'll all play some music, and they'll sort of kind of do a fun interview at the same time as they sing along to some of their music. So, you know, like the Chili Peppers or whoever, you know, the band is at the time. He did do BTS. And, you know, he's Paul McCartney and everything. Sometimes they'll have a surprise thing on the side too, where they stop and they do a show somewhere, like a sort of a show to entertain the people or whatever. You know, like, I think he had a drum off with, you know, like the Foo Fighters. They went to a music store on the way, and they were playing the drums and almost had like a mini show in the music store. Or whatever band, you know. But it's kind of interesting because it's kind of half an interview and half, you know, where they're just singing along to whatever. Looking like they're having fun or whatever. On YouTube. This one here, eh? Go back for more veggies after. Gotta convert the sugar. So after I make the sugar, I will make some more pumpkin bagels, I think. Oh, so Audra, thank you for inviting your viewers. But the reason I do the sugar first is because they take up 5, and the recipe takes up 5 sugar canes or whatever they are. So it clears up a lot of inventory space. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I don't know the rest of it, sorry. But here's a pumpkin bagel for you. Mwah. Yum yum. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Does this make you hungry? Give you the cravings for a pumpkin bagel or a Timmy's bagel. You know, a bagel belt. With cheese on it. Still shopping for a PC? Nice. You haven't narrowed down a little bit yet to the places? A lot of them you're showing the specs for at 8 gigabyte memory. I wonder if it'd be better to go for a 16 or not. Just give it a slight pump of power. Dell. I've had a couple Dells. I've been happy with them. I always wanted an Alienware back in the day, though. That's why I bought an Alienware, because the Alienwares were never, till Dell bought them, they were never available in Canada. I think any 3000 series card would probably be alright, I imagine, but that's like the modern thing. But I think, you know, just a little bit more RAM just in case for future upgrades is always good, I think, but you can always trade out your card later. The magic of the PC. If you decide you want to get a new card, you can always pull out one and put one in. The video cards, you know, if you're all like liquid cooled and stuff like that, it's a little bit bigger pain to change, I think. Because they'll be tied, it'll be tied to it. Although I imagine you can figure it out. Good, there we go. We got lots of room now. R13 version, better cooling. Oh, really? I've had my computer blue screen a couple times. I don't know if it was because of heat or something and tried to do something, you know? Doesn't happen very often, though. Happened to me once in the middle of my stream, actually, where it decided the blue screen. All of a sudden, and then I just resumed my stream from where it was. But yeah, with those 3000 series cards, I think Dell will force you to go to a 1000-watt power supply. Which is probably good, because I upgraded a video card in one of my computers once, and it was probably underpowered, and I think it messed things up in the past. Good evening, Yod. Would you like a pumpkin bagel sandwich? Here you go. From me to you. You just pretend you're eating that. I think it's vegetarian. The only thing they eat in Animal Crossing that's animal, I think, is fish. There's obviously no fish on a pumpkin bagel sandwich. Looks pretty good though, doesn't it, for a digital food in a Nintendo game? There, my guy looks like Hydra now, eh? Got his little white mask on. Anonymous. Excuse me. This food comes with complimentary confetti garnish. Redneck? I don't know about that. Wearing a wetsuit and an army hat. And underneath he has tights and a nurse's outfit on and high heels. He's like Klinger from MASH. Klinger the right guy? I think that's the guy that dressed up all the time, I believe. Is it Jeff Foxworthy does that redneck show? You think you're a redneck or whatever it's called? I know he did the 5th grader one, but MASH, old Joe, yeah. I used to enjoy repeats. I watched repeats of MASH. I don't I think that show was long gone before I was around. I think it was just repeats. You know, I watched Gilligan's Island, MASH, Benson. If you've ever seen Benson. Night Court. If any of these ring a bell, you just write down which one rings a bell. The ones you've seen, you know. I've even seen the Three Stooges. I used to like the Three Stooges. I even had the video game on the Commodore 64. They had a mini game where you had to eat clam chowder. Beverly Hillbillies, I remember seeing that one. I want my MTV. Beverly Hillbilly. As Weird Al Yankovic did the MTV song into the Beverly Hillbillies. I don't want to do those ones quite yet. I gotta go get those tomatoes. You watch every night? Did you ever see the show Quantum Leap? I used to like that one. There's like 2 time traveling shows. There's one with a family. I don't remember what that one's called. And then there's Quantum Leap later on. I liked Lost as well. Oh, you had that one on NES? I didn't know they did. I had it on Commodore 64, but I guess they probably would bring a lot of them to multi-platform. I watched Chips. I remember Chips with the 2 police on the motorbikes. Eric Estrada, and I don't remember the other guy's name. There's a show called Emergency as well. Quantum Leap was a great one. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Due South. I don't think I've seen Due South. You saw the Dukes of Hazzard. Just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm. And those Duke boys, yuck, yuck, yuck. Do, or whatever he said. Roscoe Pico Train. I remember my friend down the street there from when I lived. He had a Dukes of Hazzard action figure. They got a car and the Jeep and the Boss Hogmobile. And all the action figures. Yeah, he was really into that show. I don't think I ever did pick up a replacement slingshot, actually. Try it again. Looks like some stars are dropping. There's some more wheat there. Did you ever watch any of that Schitt's Creek yet? It's on Netflix. That's pretty good. You seen some? Did you like it? Apparently it's really good as it progresses. It always improves over the seasons. I guess, you know, in order to keep it a Canadian production, they actually made sure that they hired majority of Canadian staff and actors so they get those grants from the government, even though it's filmed in the States. You know what another good one is with Eugene Levy was SCTV back in the day. You know what? I probably shouldn't have sold that one piece of wheat I had because now I'm probably uneven a bit. I don't think it would have made a difference. You do like SCTV? Nice. Let's make some tomato curry. I can picture the sound of the theme song with the horns, you know? Came on late at night on the Comedy Network a few years ago. I think you know, when I did see it, I think it was on CTV. I was fairly young. I wasn't allowed to watch it because it was so late, but I did get to see it a couple times when I was younger, and then I saw most of it later on. I assume it was live, I don't know. Or not live, but current at the time. I don't know if it was repeats. But I did see a lot of repeats later. So John Candy, he was a good actor on that. Martin Short, I think he was on that. I might be wrong though about Martin Short. He might have been just on Saturday Night Live. I thought he was on it though, but I'm not sure. You seen him on it? Oh, okay, so he was SCTV. Okay. Because I think he might have been on both even. Saturday Night Live and SCTV. Some point. Rick Moranis was, yeah, because he was Bob McKenzie. That guy had quite an interesting story too, eh? He was at the height of his career when he retired from acting. Because his wife died or something. And then he just retired to take care of his kids. That was in the height of his career. That's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You know, right after that kind of thing. Then Ghostbusters. I haven't seen the new Ghostbusters yet. I don't want to see that. I saw the one with the ladies, but this new one looks like it's really good. One of the ladies was okay, but it wasn't like super. No one of the ladies. I think Kate McKinnon was the best one in that. There wasn't even really a main one, I think, because I think it was mostly Melissa McCarthy and that other lady. Probably getting the majority of the paychecks, you know. And then the two Saturday Night Live ladies there were just kind of fill the holes, probably. There's a cool Ghostbusters video game they did a few years ago. That's pretty awesome, that one, actually. Christine Wig, yeah, that sounds right. Did you know that, or did you have to look it up? Kristen Wiig, yeah. I think they kind of wrote it differently, though, too. That's the thing, you know. There's a lot of scenes where they kind of, you know, in the old one, they kind of, you know, could do some, I don't know, explain the proton packs in like 20 seconds, basically. And then in that new one, they kind of really went on and on and on and on about the proton packs. You knew it. You watched it a few times. Well, there you go. You must have liked it if you watched it a few times. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about with the proton packs there. You know, they kind of went into the alleyway and they were doing this experiment and then she was flying all over the place. But the original Ghostbusters, you know, they basically explained it was like an, you know, like in the elevator. And then, you know, they kind of turn it on and then they all step away because they exclaim it's so dangerous that way, rather than playing it out. So there's really good writing in the original Ghostbusters, like Ghostbusters 1. Ghostbusters 2 wasn't as good. Always hard to beat that original though. The original always has the best writing because they put the most thought into it, I think. And then when you come to the second movie in the series, it's usually kind of like, oh, can we make more money off of this? And then every sequel after that, it gets worse. Like, there's a couple of movies where the second one's decent. But there's a lot of movies where the third one's terrible. Yeah, because they're kind of out of ideas by that time. That happens a lot in the TV series too, if you think about it. You know, most TV series are good and fresh for the first couple seasons. And then after that, they kind of start stretching it out. And, you know, you can see they often lose their ideas or momentum a bit. Not all of them, but, you know, a lot of TV series seems to go way longer than it should. Did you ever watch the TV series Lost? Like, that show was so good early on, and then by the end of it, they didn't even know how to end it. It was like a terrible ending. You know, like Bill Murray was in that movie and he wasn't his actual character? Oh yeah, eh? I don't really remember it that well, but I do remember him being in it, I think. Remember the proton pack though. Proton pack scene where it's just flying around. Was there any other ones in that movie that were from the original Ghostbusters? Didn't they answer the phone or something? Think you seen one episode? I hope it wasn't the last one. Boss was actually a really, really interesting series to watch. But their ending was terrible. Like, what? What are you doing? Tried watching that superhero movie too, or TV series around that time, I remember. Called Heroes. That one had potential, but it kind of really fell off really fast too. Because I think they only kind of really had one season planned. Or at least to me, that's what it felt like. Funny that Hayden Panettiere, or whatever her name is, she's in the cheerleader in that Heroes show. She was in a video game with Rami Malek. I think it was called Until Dawn or something. Oh, was he the taxi driver? Oh, okay. I wonder why they didn't, like, kind of hand off somehow, you know? You know, if they were there, they could have maybe passed the torch or something, you know? You know how, like, Star Wars brought their old heroes back? Slowly, moved them off. Yeah, you don't have to kill them, but you could, like, you know, retire them or whatever. Some flour left over. Guess maybe if they thought they might ever make another one, it wouldn't work if they passed off the torch. There's another one, that Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis. That one was good too. I think Steve Martin was in that one too, if I remember right. Funny, Steve Martin, you know, at one point he was on like the dating game. I saw some old episode on YouTube. When he was first starting, you know, all these actors were on the dating game at some point. There's like a guy that was a serial killer on there too, on the dating game. The lady decided she didn't want to go on the trip with him. Like they won. Like he won. Then the lady decided not to go on the trip with him. She might have dodged a bullet there. Literally. Raking the dough in. Did you ever get into movies like Beavis and Butthead or South Park? I like those, actually. I thought they were good, entertaining movies. What a song, eh? Look at all the money we got. Scrooge McDuck. Beavis and Butthead Do America. They had a couple video games too, actually. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. That was a classic show too. Kind of funny because you don't see rock videos anymore on music channels, and I think they brought Beavis and Butthead back for a while. I'm gonna buy a mini car. We will deposit the dough, yo. How much money we have now? $3 million. Roller coaster. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There's another card. 28th. That's in 6 days. Alexa, what day is the 28th? There you go. It's the Monday. With help from a professional dancer, eh? Who knew? That'll be exciting. It's always something new to do, eh? Crap, I should have kept some money so I could buy a couple of items of shovels or whatever. Slingshot and a water jug, I think, is what I need. Oh, it's an ugly slingshot. Oh well. Ugly water jug too. No? Now I feel like watching Beavis and Butthead do America. Thanks a lot, Timothy. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of tired. I think we got a star though. Getting late probably for Timothy too. I bet. Look, we got another star. So I guess that'll be a good spot to wrap for now. If you haven't followed yet, please do so. If you want to follow my YouTube, the link is in the video description. Got the TikTok, link is in the video description as well. I threw up a couple of, I think they were funny videos for Animal Crossing. So, feel free to check those out and give them a thumbs up if you like them. If you want to know the winner of the favorite cookie contest here, chocolate chip with 53% of the vote. Peanut butter and oatmeal both got 18%. And Oreo got 12%. I would have thought Oreo would do better, to be honest. I like Oreos. I like all cookies, but Oreos are good. Those little cookies with the chocolate center that look like Oreos. Those are good too. But yeah, that's what the poll's all about. We get to see what people pick and see how close it is to the predictions, you know. I don't vote in it, so I don't manipulate the results. Thank you for participating in that. Thank you for stopping by and chatting. Everybody who stopped by. Timothy, thank you for chatting. House of Hydro, Yod, Maverick, way back. Tiffany, everybody. All the peoples. Walter was here. He didn't talk too much though. Of course. Everybody. Victoria was here right at the beginning too. Ellis. Haley. Yeah, thank you everybody. And have yourselves a great night. And hopefully we'll see you again soon.